Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 12 News. I'm Erika Harris. A Beaumont woman is in county lockup after leading deputies on a high-speed chase, authorities say, while in a stolen car. 20-year-old Shermisha Robertson faces unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, evading detention, and aggravated robbery charges. A Jefferson County grand jury indicts a federal inmate following his escape, and you may recall this. He tried to get back into the prison with booze and home-cooked meals. 27-year-old Joshua Hansen escaped the Federal Correction Complex in Beaumont last month. As Hansen was returning to the prison, authorities arrested him as he tried to get back in. They discovered he had a duffel bag filled with food, marijuana, and alcohol. If convicted, Hansen faces another 5 years in prison.
A big day for students from Jefferson and Liberty counties competing in the Zone 4 Spelling Bee. And this year's winner is Benjamin Chen from Sally Curtis Elementary.
12 News reporter Kelsey Johnson shares what the fifth grader had to say about today's competition.
I spelled 21 words and won the district spelling bee.
Look at that. Way to go, Benjamin.
Well, if he's in the top 2 at the spelling bee in Houston, he will go on to the Scripps National Spelling Bee in May, and that's in Washington, D.C.
It's going to be in the top 2, though.
Yes, top 2 there. That one I've heard is pretty competitive. He's a little nervous about that one, but he said once he gets those words, he's going to start cracking down.
I was such a bad speller in 10th grade. My English teacher told me I need to pack a dictionary everywhere that I go because terrible speller.
I got something for you guys.
Okay.
Hey, we're going to do a 12 News spelling bee.
Okay.
Kevin
Let's see.
versus Erika.
Okay.
Alrighty. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
So, Erika, your word is news.
News?
Yes.
Wow. No, wait a minute. This might be rigged.
Use that in a sentence, please.
Yes.
This could be rigged. Who's with me?
Erika Harris is a news anchor at 12 News.
This must be a trick question.
News. N.
Sound it out. Sound it out.
W-S. News.
Yes.
We have sound
Alrighty,
effects
Kevin.
for this. We have sound effects.
We do.
That's
We have
excellent.
it all.
I
All right,
didn't know that.
Kevin, your word, Isay.
Isay. Isay. H-E-S-A-Y what? Isay what? I mean, E-S...
Wrong.
How do you spell it?
I-S-S-E-I.
I-S-S-E-I?
Alrighty. We're going to give him
almost
one
had
more
that.
chance. One more chance.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Make
Erika,
this a good one.
this is a little tougher.
Okay.
Okay? Your word is grass.
Grass.
Yeah.
Part of speech. Noun. Use that in a sentence, please.
I know this one.
The grass is green.
Okay. Grass. Grass. G-R-A-S.
Something's going on here.
S. Grass.
I got words for you, too, by the way, when we're done here.
Kevin, your word, Bolshevik.
Oh, B-O-L-S-H-E-V-I-C. Bolshevik. Is it what?
The correct spelling is B-O-L-S-H-E-V-I-K.
I-K?
Yes.
Well, I'm not Russian. It's a fun exercise.
Oh, I guess I can move on now to the regional competition of these people.
Cries of anguish after deadly gun violence strikes again for the second time in less than a week in Beaumont. The latest victim, a 23-year-old man.
Tragic story to tell. One of the things that Crawford remembered the most about Vaughn is good times at barbecues and crawfish boils. And as you can see, he loved his son very much.
Oh, this madness has got to stop.
Very close family.
This is troubling. This is the second fatal shooting in Beaumont in less than what, 5 days, Troy?
Exactly, and a 23-year-old man, you know, it's just shocking to see someone so young and someone who's already trying to do as much as he could for just a young child and his life taken so tragically.
Too many mothers are burying their sons. This is crazy. We are following breaking news from Beaumont. Police say 2 children are inside a home where a suspect is barricaded on Landis Drive and Shelby. Here's a map of the area. This SWAT situation started nearly 6 hours ago. 12 News reporter William Blanchett joins us live, which is just off College. William, what do you see?
Well, Erika, I can see it's still an active scene out here.
We are following breaking news right now out of Beaumont. Beaumont police responding to a fatal rollover accident on Pine Street near Collier's Ferry Park.
Let's toss it right over to 12 News reporter Rorden Ogletree, who is live at the scene. Rorden, what can you tell us right now?
The shooting is opening conversations all around America, but it's opening conversations between parents and their children as well. And our very own Erika Harris had this talk with her young son. It wasn't an easy task. Erika, tell us more about that.
That's right, Kevin. Unfortunately, we live in a country where innocence is lost. When I'm supposed to be having a conversation about last night's homework or what's on the lunch menu, my husband Kenny and I had to have this conversation with my 12-year-old this morning. What to do if there's an active shooter in your school? Do you hunker down in a classroom, or do you try your best to escape? There's no sugarcoating it. It's the reality our children live in. School shootings can happen anywhere, at any time. No big city or small town is immune from this. So my husband and I decided, with heavy hearts, we will prepare our children to face the harsh realities of the society we live in today. And with this in mind, we told our sweet little son to be prepared, but not to live in fear. It's a war out there, it really is. So each day, my husband and I arm our 2 boys with knowledge, truth, and most importantly, prayer. And then we wait, and we pray that they will return home safe. We'll be right back. Look at that. On it. You don't even need a mixer. Mama would have Aretha Franklin playing.
Yes.
Baby, baby, sweet baby. Y'all know that song.
Look at this.
Yeah. So you get it in there all together.
How long do we put this in the oven, Erika?
This bakes on 350 for about 45 minutes. Use a toothpick. Brand. Go easy because you know that boxed stuffing has a lot of sodium seasoning in it. So you don't want it to get too salty.
Okay.
Sage. That's the seasoning of the holiday. So we go in and kick in some of that sage, and I'm not saying exact amount because you just add to taste.
You know your flair and your flavor in the kitchen. So.
Chicken broth. And normally I will simmer down this broth with my favorite Trinity mix. Bell peppers, onions, and red peppers.
Okay.
And I will let that stew out on the cooktop. Now, some people use a chicken gizzard for their dressing. My mom used it. That's how I learned to make a dressing.
Yeah.
Correct. But we're going to use some green onion sausage. Dump that in there. You can use whatever meat of your choice. Some people actually use a ground beef in their dressing. Some people may use the chicken gizzard. Some people, I've heard, even my mother-in-law use rooster.
What?
That's right. She's from Louisiana, too.
Now, all of us from Louisiana not using rooster. That she must be from the country.
Oh, yes. Deep down in Louisiana.
Okay, you just picked up our ingredient of the day. Crawfish.
So dump that in there as well. And I also use a cream of mushroom soup.
And what does that do for the mixture, Erika?
It adds a little bit flavor and depth.
Okay.
And you mix it all together. Now, this is a little thick, so I would continue to add that chicken broth or whatever broth that you made up on the stove with your gizzards or whatever, and you mix it all together. And the consistency for me is that I would like it to be a lot more soupy. So if you have to add the extra broth, add the extra broth, get it to soupy. That way, because once you put it in the oven at 325, I like to bake it slow for like an hour and a half to hour 45. And don't worry if it gets a little bit soupy because this cornbread is going to suck up all the juices. And you don't want a dry dressing on Thanksgiving, okay?
So guys, again.